Right. I was just thanking CFUW, Janice and Sheila and everyone for having this event today. International Women's Day is, as everyone here knows, a special day for women, but also, as it's called, International Women's Day for the international community. And right now, there's so much going on around the world, and the fact that you are focusing on the women in Afghanistan, I think, is wonderful. So I did prepare a few remarks. I generally don't read remarks, but I'm going to, because when I don't do that, I speak too long, and I know you have a very full agenda. So today I'm actually going to follow my remarks. So I keep it shorter. So I want to start by reading a quote from International Women's Day, the UN International Women's Day, which starts with, "Imagine a gender equal world, a world free of bias, stereotypes, and discrimination, a world that's diverse, equitable, and inclusive, a world where difference is valued and celebrated. Together, we can forge women's equality. Collectively, we can all #break the bias." And that's the theme from the United Nations this year, is break the bias. So happy International Women's Day to everyone. As everyone knows, it's a global day to recognize and celebrate women and girls' achievements. It's also a day to raise awareness on the progress made towards achieving gender equality and the work that remains. As your member of parliament for Aurora, Oak Ridges, Richmond Hill, I'm proud of the work that the government of Canada has been doing. And our theme for International Women's Day is Women Inspiring Women. This meshes with the UN's theme of break the bias, because without the strong women who have broken down barriers and glass ceilings, we wouldn't have women to lead, inspire, and mentor other women. And I just want to say, I think CFUW does such a great job inspiring and mentoring women. And your new outreach to younger women is just one way that you do that. And of course, the scholarships that you give as I think many of you know, I was a recipient of when I was younger, and trying to raise money to go, or trying to get money to go to graduate school. So I really appreciate the work you do. Every day, women and girls build up our communities, our country, and our world. They drive our economy as business leaders and help advance our knowledge in all fields. Government at all levels is gaining new perspectives, resilience, and vision because of the women that are serving in politics. And I don't know about everyone here, but when I see our Prime Minister with 3 women flanking him at some of the press conferences he's been having about these horrible events that have been going on in our world, but when I see our Deputy Prime Minister, Chrystia Freeland, who's a strong woman of Ukrainian background, and our Defense Minister, Anita Anand, another very strong and talented woman who's our Minister of Defense, and also Melanie Joly, who is our Minister for Global Affairs or Foreign Affairs right now. To me, to see those women in leadership positions, and women who are strong women, who are qualified and competent, and aren't just there because they're women, but because they can do the job well, and because we have a government that is a feminist government and is committed to making sure women have equal, not just opportunity, but actually equality in our cabinet. I'm very proud of that. But also, we can look back in the history. And as I said, I'm not going to take too much time, but there's a lot of women that have gone before who have done so much to open up these pathways for all of us now. And there are so many women locally, obviously the leadership here in CFUW, but, Aurora Council, we have 3 women making up pretty much half of the council. Rachel Gilliland, Wendy Gartner, and Sandra Humphreys, which is fantastic. Karen Silovitz, well, she's in Richmond Hill, and we also have, Christine Elliott right now in Aurora, Newmarket as the MPP, although she's stepping down. And in Canada, in our House of Commons, 1921 was the first year a woman was elected to the House of Commons. 2021, which was the year I was elected, there were 103 women elected. It's a record for our country. And we reached just over 30% of the women in the House of Commons. That's a real mark. I still want to get us to 50 or 52, but we're getting there, and we're doing a lot better. And it's my hope that more girls will aspire to positions of leadership in business, but also in public life. And that women will run for office, and that women from all groups, all ethnicities, backgrounds. I want our House, of Commons, our Parliament, to look like our country. And so I think it's one of the things that for me is very important, is that we encourage young women, and we let women of all backgrounds realize that there is a place for them in leadership in our country. So it's my goal to do what I can to make that happen. So I'm very pleased to join you here this morning. I'm pleased to be part of CFUW, to have benefited and to be able to contribute. And thank you for having me here this morning as well.